monster truck.
We gonna park in here? Okay.
Wait, where are them people going? We can't park in there?
Whatever it is, dog, I'll do it.
We can't do this the whole day. Doing driver introduction. Will you turn that thing off? Huh?
You gotta know your NASCAR. There, you can get your shirt in there, Blair.
This is the start of the bush race.
February finished 19th and didn't lead one lap. Today played out a little bit differently. As a matter of fact, the only time that it's ever happened that two drivers have been in the same car and gone to victory lane. Darlington, 1985, Barry Gant, and Jack Ingram did it. Eric
There's Dale Jr. standing next to his car at the start of the bush race. Jen, look. What? Hey, go back on him. What are you doing? I'm trying. I've been taking pictures with him.
we're in the wrong spot at the right time all the time at the beginning of the race. By the way, a 15th place car, we're still finishing 35th with it. So now we've got a roll here where we're finishing the race and moving up in points. The guys are doing a great job. No one got down. Everybody put their heads together and just worked harder and turned the season around so far. So we just got to keep it going. Hot shoe, Jason Leffler will star on the pole here today. A couple of good pit stops, and you could see the number 38 in Gatorade Victory Lane at the end of the day. Winn.
Member Bill France Jr. Mr. France was instrumental in making NASCAR the great sport it is today. Please remain standing as Reverend Dr. Ronald Durham from the Greater Friendship Missionary Baptist Church in Daytona Beach offers our invocation.
Lord, endow each driver in this race with divine wisdom. Bless every driver, their team, and their families. Give them patience as they seek to maneuver themselves into position. Steady their hands upon the wheel around each turn of the track so that they will place their cars in the right place at the right time. Keep each driver from all danger and guide them safely to the finish line. Thank you, Lord, for safety, wisdom, patience, and blessings upon this race. Amen, and Godspeed.
The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the and the home of the brave. Thank you, Johnny.
We're supposed to sit or stand.
Now, a few words from Next Television. J.J. Yaley won all 3 restrictor plate holes in 2006. Eric Almirola did it here in February, and Brad Bowen did it earlier this year in Talladega. Busch Series qualifying, Tony Stewart was sitting on the Busch pole until he ran into a buzzsaw, and Jason Leffler. Now, Stewart loves to run the Busch cars here at Daytona. If you remember, he ran his first ever Busch race right here in 1996. Look at the vision screens. Well, who is that guy? You even recognize Tony? 2 career NASCAR Busch Series wins, and both of them came right here. In 2005, you remember he made the save of a lifetime in turn number 1 after contact from Carl Edwards had put him into the grass. He goes on to victory lane in the number 33, and then in 2006 he took his Kevin Harvick Incorporated.
On behalf of Winn, Dixie, and all of our associates, gentlemen, start your engines. Mike Wallace aboard the number 7 will be starting 30th, the Geico Racing Chevrolet.
We're right at the entrance of there.
And there's Kevin Harvick at work in the AutoZone Chevrolet, car number 21. Kevin Harvick will be starting on the outside of row number 2. We'll see some great shots as he makes his way toward the front. Another onboard camera for the number 25 machine, the freecreditreport.com. Forward to David Gilliland. He'll be starting 22nd right in the middle of car number 99, starting 11th here in our field today. Rudiman aboard the Toyota. And he again starting on the inside of row number 6. That's going to be our onboard cameras for this race. The Winn Dixie 250 here at Daytona, presented by Pepsico. Jason, we're expecting another great one here at the World Center Racing.
There's no doubt the sun's shining high out above us. The last car, the 37 Jamie McMurray making its way off pit road, going to catch up to the pack. And we will go ahead and get started here with the Winn Dixie 250. Moving to the rear because of different reasons. Post-qualifying adjustments, Mike Wallace, the number 7 car, going back to the back of the field. That's the Geico Chevrolet. And of course, we mentioned Carl Edwards. We saw that during the practice session yesterday when he changed the engine out, regardless of his qualifying time, he ends up starting at the back of the field. So those 2 guys will end up in the back of the field for the start of this race. So looking at a beautiful morning in AM.
That'll be a chance for the
Our next Cup Series today. Drivers will go for start where the Busch Series that are now. He started building the racing many years ago. So many others in that game for the race of the NASCAR Busch Series. In the middle of the series, even in it's next to Rumble Light. There's still a lot of young drivers coming up through this and learning now how to race these big crowds. 15th race of the season.
All right, we're getting ready to go.
The opening act of a Saturday twin bill here at the World world center of racing, just about 1,000 feet away from the green flag. Jason Leffler and Tony Stewart side by side in row number 1. Pace car makes a hard left turn on the pit road. Behind them, they're wheel to wheel. First lap here at Daytona. Here comes Jason Leffler charging down the inside of Tony Stewart. It's Leffler in third, dragging the spot away from Tony Stewart. Now they're side by side for fifth as Eric Almirola gets the run off the corner.
Tony Stewart stuck in that outside lane with little help will pull that car to the bottom. He'll join that 4-car back on the inside lane led by Kevin Harvick. Tony Stewart and Almirola.
Further back, Kyle Busch has stepped out of line. He's going to make it 3 wide in the early going. Rim riding off of turn number 3. Rim riding off of turn number 4. Now comes back to line. Kyle Busch is on an early charge. Busch on the right. Into the top 15 right now. Lead passenger 7.4 is the big turn 1.
They come back to the corner, front line are broken away. Kevin Harvick,
Clint Boyer, Jason draws to the outside of Eric Almirola. That's where that side-by-side battle picks up, running for the 5th spot.
side by side for the 5th position. Turn 1, no one can break away out of that pack again, racing for the 5th position. Dixie
In front of them, they're 3 wide right behind here. Here comes Dave Freeman now, still 3 wide off turn number 4.
Going so fast you can't even hear.
Turn 1, everyone stacked up from the 7th spot on back. Brian Vickers work up into turn number 3. Greg Biffle now picks up the 11th spot. They're 3 wide right behind him. Here comes Juan Pablo Montoya. Down low, Wimmer on top as they come off.
Alongside Scott Wimmer, they have their own to the inside of Reed Sorensen, to the inside of Eric Almirola. The inside lane is the one that begins to advance. Here's the Texaco out of the Dodge. Juan Pablo Montoya to the inside of Jeff Burton. Able to clear that car off of turn number 2 and onto the back straightaway is Juan Pablo Montoya. Wimmer to fall in the line. Stephen White in that pack. They are now trying to race in single file formation at the lead pack led by Harvick.
Montoya running in that 12th position. Right behind him is Scott Wimmer, Stephen White, David Gillen, and all of those cars single file. Further up, Tony Stewart breaking on the line, at least peeking on the line. He rides in the corner. Tony Stewart, Jason Ears, the top 5 with 6 laps on the board in the Winn Dixie 250. And Harvick and Boyer, the 2 Richard Childress racing machines, up in front. Jason Leffler holding down the Toyota. Franks in 3rd spot. Tony Stewart is started on the outside. On the high side, he's going to work that. Turns 1 and 2, they're going to go side by side for that position. Daytona International Speedway for the NASCAR. With Dixie 250 rained out last night, rescheduled for this morning. So far, it's been a Kevin Harvick benefit. He continues to lead the way. Clint Boyer rides in 2nd. Tony Stewart in the number 3 position. Dave Moody alongside Joe Moore, Mike Bagley, Kyle Rickey, Jeff Striegel covering the action out of the corners. Winston Kelly, Steve Post, and Alex Hayden on pit road. And Joe, I know some folks may be wondering why we haven't still in. Reed Soares.
We're at the entrance of pit road.
Getting good service. Juan Pablo Montoya. Everybody here on the midsection, a lot of jack connections now. A lot of adjustments here as the guys go through their pit work. Tony Stewart started the race car as he comes off the jet. Now he gets it fired up. Let's go to Winn Kelly.
And Kyle Busch ends up getting pushed out into the grass, and it looks like the machine of Clint Boyer go out together. Larry Boyd missed his pit stop. He's back. He does. That's going to cost Kevin Harvick a ton of time. Harvick loose in and loose off. Kevin Harvick has got to be living. He's behind the Larry Boyd car. He must have lost at least 10 or 12 positions just getting caught behind Larry Boyd. Several guys tied. Casey Kane, wholesale chassis adjustment. Same thing for Greg Biffle. Scott Weber also tight. Same thing for Jason Leffler. 4 tires fuel. A lot of chassis adjustments. Now Alex Hayes.
Kyle Busch within 4 tires. This car very tight. They call it level 3 tight.
Outside
lane for Greg Biffle. In fact, here comes Reed Sorensen looking to make it 3 wide for that first spot. We'll tuck back in the line now behind Biffle. It's Kyle Busch without help on the inside lane, and he may be kicked outside of the top 5. So Greg Biffle goes to 3rd, Reed Sorensen 4th. They're side by side for that 5th spot. Down low, Kyle Busch to his right, Dave Blaney. Behind him, Cody Stewart, Dale Earnhardt Jr. continue to climb through the field.
Damage comes to 2 major speeds, and David Rudman took a hard nose first into that outside retaining wall. Happy to see that the window net is going down on that session. Front end is caved in, running well early in the race here this morning, but like his day is going to end prematurely. Down 2 caution flags away, including his most recent one in turn 4 between Steve Wallace and David Rudiman.
Tony Stewart is in. Juan Pablo Montoya is in. The whole field is in. MRN's going to cover pit stops for you as they come back from break. Kyle Busch is already down and away.
Pit road is open. The entire field is headed in for service. We'll start with Winston Kelly. Clint Boyer gets away. He's going to follow in line just behind the machine of Kyle Busch. Boyer's car just a little bit tight in turn 2. A lot of problems on the left side of Kevin Harvick. Before he had a problem with somebody else on pit road, he came skittering into pit road, locked the wheels up, had to straighten the Kevin Harvick machine. One of the quickest cars out there. Now they're going to try to put another left rear tire on. Don't know if it was a problem with the hub. They did change and get another left rear tire. Kevin Harvick now going to pull out after losing a ton of time. The midsection and Steve Booth.
Tony Stewart was the first one in and the first one off of pit road here on the midsection. The Slim Jim Chevy minor chassis adjustment. Back on the speedway, David Reagan, Reed Sorensen in. Steve Wallace just sits here in the car.
That's been in this event. He messed with the car. He has seen it in the hole. Ryan Nicklaus. Mike Wallace looks like a 2-tire stop there. He falls out behind Kyle Busch. Harvick just a little bit loose and like a chassis adjustment on that machine. Right for down on this car. Now to Steve Booth.
Tony Stewart was the first one in again and the first one out on the midsection of pit road. They continue to do minor chassis adjustments. Tony still not quite perfectly happy with this car. 4 Goodyear Racing Eagles, topped it off with Sunoco Racing Fuel. Also in David Reagan, Reed Sorensen getting pit work as well. Brian Fingers, Kelly Meyer. Juan Pablo, David Gilliland, and Tony Ray just rolling back up onto the pit road, or up onto the speedway.
It has been a very interesting day on pit road. We've only had 3 opportunities for the drivers to come in for service, but on each of those opportunities,
somebody has had a real adventure down there. This time it was David Reagan, who ended up pitted with his nose pointed straight at the pit wall. Not a parallel park, but a 45-degree angle pit stop. As long as all 4 tires are in the pit box, it's legal. He took on 4, filled the tank, they pushed him back from the wall, and he drove it away. We are under... Third on the track. Here's a pit stop now for Brian Pickers. The number 32 machine, Eric Almirola, stayed on to go away at the end, win his first race. Back at Daytona International Speedway, where we are going to overtime this morning with the NASCAR Busch Series. It will be a green, white, checkered flag finish. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Dave Blaney, Casey Mears, and Clint Moyer, the top 5, circulating under our 6th caution flag of the morning. A wild spin by one from the Montoya.
Into the corner, but Kyle Busch is at the head of the pack again. He has a 1-car length lead over Kevin Harvick and Dave Blaney. First car to break down the line. Clint Moyer goes to the top side of the racetrack. Nobody goes with it. Everybody lines up downstairs behind race leader Kyle Busch.
Clint Moyer, though, hanging tough in that outside lane. Tony Stewart to his inside. That is the side-by-side race for the 4th spot. Casey Kane now will help advance that inside lane. Tony Stewart to 4th, hanging the 5th, and Clint Moyer going backwards.
Here they come. Turn 3, single file among the top 6. Right down on the bottom of the racetrack, exception Casey Kane. He drifts up the racetrack, opens it up. Here comes Leffler. Harvick moves up the racetrack, and Blaney took a look.
Kevin Harvick took a peek.
Solo spin, the leaders are on the backstretch. It's Kyle Busch leading by a car length over Kevin Harvick. One final shot in turn 3.
Kevin Harvick has been in this position before, but he had drafting help back in the Daytona 500. This time he's going to have to do it by himself. Busch out front. He's been there all afternoon, and he's looking for victory lane.
5 times this year he's been in the top
5 in just a moment.
So Kyle Busch finally puts a win in his resume for the NASCAR Busch Series here in 2007 after leading the most laps in 4 events in 2007 and finally getting a win. David Reagan was the solo spin on the Super Cruise. There were no other cars around him, nor were there any cars coming to the checkered flag that would be involved with him, so they kept the green flag out.
There wasn't much as far as change in the top 5 through most of the race. To be honest with you, when you watch Busch, Harvick, Blaney, Stewart, and Clint Moyer all show from those positions with Busch leading the way most of the way, and those other 4 guys could have done even this line.
Finishing in the 3rd spot.
somewhere. Brittle.
I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
Woo-hoo!
Where's your beer? B-U-D-L-I-G-H-T. Beer.
R-U-N-K. Oh, not this type of traffic. We're tailgating. No supplies to tailgate. We're tailgating.
Bullshit, we got beer. Plenty of tailgate.
Beers and cigarettes. That's all we need.
Plenty of beer.